Hello, happy Friday. Hope you're all doing well. I am Dave Marshall. I am a professional paleontologist, as you all know, and today we are playing Fossil Corner because it's Friday, So what other reason do we need other than we've all had a hard work, all had a hard week of work, and we're just going to play something relaxing, and just have a chat. So, hi, Silas. Is it sounding okay? Can you hear me? Is everything looking good? I hope so. Let me know. But anyway, I've never played Fossil Corner. The only thing I know about Fossil Corner is from what I've seen Jake do in his review. So, yeah, this is the first time I'm going to play it, and hopefully it's going to be good. Yes, everything is all right with the stream. Thank you very much for letting me know. So, as I was saying, never played this before, so we are going to give it a go and choose your game name, Bashir Garcia. Not quite. Oh god, we could just keep going. Right, I'll just do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am now I can't even pronounce that. Sorry. But that is my name. It really doesn't hold your hand, does it? Oh, there we go. Retirement's a bore. It's time to get back on the old fossil collecting horse. Click on your computer to order fossils. I'd much rather go out and find my own. Click the box of shells and then get a fossil box. Box of shells. The homes of ancient snails, squids, and etc. The soft bodies weren't preserved in the fossil record. I mean, some of them were, but they're very, very rare. New items are added to your pocket. Oh, that got delivered quick, eh? Click and drag the box of shells out of your pocket onto your desk. Nice. Click the fossil box and take a look at it. Unpack the box, yes please. Oh, unpack down there. Ah, this is lovely already. Each box contains a family tree of fossils. Each fossil has a colour. The colour shows how old the fossil is. The oldest fossils are on the bottom, their descendants are higher up. Each generation, one trait changes between a parent and child. But when you get the boxes, the family trees are all scrambled up. Your job is to unscramble the family tree. Try sorting out fossils by colour. Drag and drop the fossils into the right rows. So we've got blue at the bottom, then red, then yellow, then greeny, turquoisey, cyan. Nice. Next, try to figure out how the fossils are related. In each generation, only one trait changed between the parent and child. Well, there's not anything I can do here, but we can have a look at the trend. So, your handbook is on the right as a handy way to see what traits can change. Click a trait in the handbook to learn about it. Okay, so I do this for work. Hello, Toxyglue2. Hope you are well. Thank you for joining. If anyone wants to ask any random questions as well, this is just a very chilled out session, so be good to know what you've been up to this week. When the last time you went fossil hunting was? It's been far too long for me. Right, yes, fossil handbook. We don't need that. So anyway, from this one, we have a nice square aperture, which is the opening of the shell where the animal sits. And that's been inherited in this one. And then we also have a bit of a size difference? No. Okay, so the size difference is between these two. It's got smaller, the aperture stayed the same. And in these two, the size has stayed the same, but the aperture has changed. So maybe that can get us a bit of a trend. So then I guess what's happened here is that you have a lower spire. So this is called a trochospire, which is where your spiral... Normally if you think about an ammonite, like this one in the top right, that kind of classic shape, that is a planospire, where it just coils around itself. But if it kind of coils around itself into a spire, like this one, or a more extreme case, that one, that's a trochospire. So, hey, tomorrow going fossil hunting. The area will have fossils from the Mississippian, so that's cool. So carboniferous stuff. Oh, that's nice. Are you going specifically looking for plants? Do you by any chance know if Germany has any good spots for fossil hunting? Germany has got so many spots for fossil hunting. I found my first sea scorpion in Germany in where was that? It was Aachen an der Mosel, so it was on the Mosel River. It was kind of close to Frankfurt. I went specifically looking for sea scorpions and some really rare, like, relatives of sea scorpions that I worked on, and I found my first sea scorpion there. I was so happy, and cracked open the rock and was hacking away. We didn't find anything all day that we were there. And I was just getting on with my next hit of a rock. I hit the rock and then realized I'd hit a sea scorpion right in the genitals. And, you know, that had been waiting there for 350 million years for me to crack it open, not realize, and then try and have another go at cracking the rock open and just hitting its genitals off. So, sorry to that sea scorpion. I wonder where it is. Downstairs in my display cabinet. Just looking for whatever I can find, really. Any fossil is awesome. That is true. I do like the Carboniferous, though. I would love to find the Trigonotarbid, one of those tiny little ambush spider-like things, some really early arachnids. So, yeah, see if you can find one of those. Right, so do I need to... Yeah. Aperture is the opening. Shape is describing the shape of the spiral and the size. You can find two fossils with one trait different. They might be related. Click two similar shells to form a connection between them. Ah, that's what I didn't figure out. If you can form connections that span the whole family tree, connecting every shell, you've solved the puzzle. That's related to that one. We've already done all. You found an end point. Oh, right, okay. Fossil being circled means that it's the end of the branch of a family tree. An important clue. Yes, that would be an important clue. So presumably they all came from that. Which is interesting because arguably that one is just the reduction of the trochospire and size. Yeah, it's a simplistic way of looking at it because it might not always be the most obvious thing. This one's got a changed aperture from rectangular to triangular. This one, the trochospire's reduced and we're now planospiral. And so, yeah, this one could just be a change of the aperture, but then equally, this one could be just as equally related. And when we're doing phylogenetics and we are looking at things like what is the most parsimonious results, that is used really often in phylogenetics and paleontology. And basically that says what is the interpretation of this that would take the fewest steps to achieve. And so you look at every single character about a fossil and you code it all up into a binary language and you run it through a computer, and the computer will do the mathematics and figure out what the most likely or the most parsimonious tree that you can resolve computationally would be. And they spit out so many different answers that then you have to start getting trees of where your trees most closely agree on with each other. So it's incredibly complicated. And also it depends on how you observe and code your fossils. So the way that we're looking at it now is that this yellow one here with the rectangular aperture is going to be related to this. But then you could say, is that square profile aperture, is that responsible for this sharp angle all the way around? It might be, it might not be. And so is the rounded profile of this one a separate character to the rounded aperture? Oh, it gets complicated. But anyway, let's just complete the puzzle. There we go. We solved it. And we got 2 cents. A total of 2 cents. And choose a fossil to add to your collection. I would like this very neat and tidy one. Thank you. Arthurial Diso. Okay. I have found it. Nice. You got your first fossil. How about some more? What happened to the rest of them? Did I have to throw them away? The more fossils you have, the more money you'll get per puzzle. Okie dokie. So I just go back in. Oh, we got crinoids and trilobites now. I would love to see some of those and see what they've done with it. Right. I got some more fossils. Unpack. Right. Sorting out. Remember, only one trait at a time can change between fossil and its descendant. If you ever need a hint, there's a button for that in the handbook. I would hope that I could do this without getting anything wrong, ever. First time. Quickly. This is kind of my job at work. If I get anything wrong, I'm going to be so annoyed. Okay, so that one is obviously linked to that because it's just a size increase. And this one, we've just got a change in aperture between these two and a change in size between those two. And that's the end of that one, so we don't have to think about that anymore. Can we actually put it over here? Yes, we can. Out the way. Right. And then we have something that's a bit more difficult now. Well, I would say that that is just a change in... They both look like they come from that. Can we skip? Surely we must be able to. I think we must skip. And then that becomes a Lazarus taxon, maybe because we think it went extinct, but hey, we found it again. So let's do this. And then that's a size reduction. Correct. Hang on, that isn't saying that that's the end. What? It has to be, surely. You know what? I was so confident coming into this. We're supposed to be having a chilled out stream, and now I'm just questioning everything. So that's a change. Oh no, okay, so that is just an increase in the spiral size. Done. And so presumably that is just a change in the aperture. I'm so confused. How have I got this wrong? Okay, that's just the change in the size of the spiral as well. Must connect to the green and then the red ones. Yeah, it's got to. And I was wrong, and we've already failed my challenge. I'm not as good a paleontologist as I thought. Never mind. Actually, I need to keep... Wait! Have we not finished? Whoa, we've not finished. Okay, so that one's just the... This isn't going to be as easy as I thought it was. And I will select fossil to remind me of my hubris. And it can stay there, right on my desk, next to my computer. Oh dear. Yeah. Hey, have any of you actually played this or bought it? I would really recommend it. It's really fun. It's like one of the most accurate like depictions of paleontology there is in a computer game. Or at least the science behind paleontology. It's one of the closest approximations of that. And it's also just genuinely lovely. Right, let's get a shelf. Okay. And I will keep... You can also stash items you don't need stashed on my computer. But I will keep those two up there. We go again. Where can the game be downloaded and is it free? Well, I just got it on Steam and I don't think it is free. Someone should be able to find that. I don't think it's very much. I like those ones with little hearts on them. So when I'm doing micropaleontology offshore, understanding the shapes of things is very important, but then also understanding the apertures as well, and you have to manipulate these little microfossils, which are the same size as a grain of salt, under the microscope so that you can actually see the fossils in the correct orientation. So the nice thing that this game has done is when I picked up the fossils, it's actually rotated them all, and you can easily compare the shape and the aperture from this angle. And you've got to worry about things like lighting and illumination. So here you can see that the light's coming up from the bottom left. I have my light up from the top left, which is apparently the best way to see things illuminated in 3D for your brain to understand, which is really interesting. I read that in some computer science, like CGI kind of a paper or something like that. It says our brains best recognize objects illuminated from the top left. So that's how I look at it. But yeah, it's oriented them all in the same way. It has faced all of their apertures, so we can see that they're all square or rectangular. So that is a good first step. So anyway, this one. Well, I'm guessing it's just a change in pattern because everything else has stayed the same. And then we have these hearty two. That one's just got dashes. This one's got a spiral. And then this one has lost the line. And then it's got the line back, which is a reversal. Which happens a lot in fossils and paleontology. And then this one... This one has just reduced in height. That was a lot easier. Okay, so 10 euros. So, yeah, I mean, would you pay 10 euros for an evening of fun with computer games? I would. I have. I think it's pretty good. I mean, you'd spend that at the cinema, I guess, wouldn't you? Okay, I'm going to have that one. No, this one. Diral Imnus. Diral Imnus. That is a strange name for a fossil. It would be nice if it had kind of like a procedural Latin that it would have used for naming these things. Because Linnaean nomenclature kind of would classically have a way of describing the fossil using Latin and coming up with the name, rather than just some of the more modern name it after a celebrity thing. You would name something like Megalodon, which would be like giant tooth, or Brachiosaurus, thunder lizard, or something like that. Right, I've got an email from Sandy Mulp. I heard you back in the fossil hunting game. I knew you couldn't stay away for long. Once it gets you, it gets you. Maybe it can help you get started again. I never really have enough time to take photos for my e-newsletter, rockhounds.online. Would you be interested in becoming my official photographer? Best, Professor Mulp. Okie dokie, what did I reply? Can I see the outbox? Bargain bookseller. Keep it breezy this autumn with these books we think you might enjoy based on your browsing history. Oh god, can it see my browsing history? Our unthinkably complex algorithm recommends to till the barren soil, life alone after retirement. Oh, ocean acidification and your own personal role in it. Yep. A home podiatrist's guide to stubborn plantar warts. Oh dear. I really wish they hadn't seen that. And now we all know. Buy now for great prices at Bargain Bookseller. Yeah, I don't want to reply to that. Anyway, in my stash, no items. Shop. How much cash have we got? Where's it? Is our cash? £3. So we couldn't buy anything anyway. Let's just do more fossils. Like, what other groups of fossils would you like to see in this game? Because I think gastropods are a really, really intelligent pick. And trilobites as well. What else? I mean, microfossils? I mean, look how giant that shell is. It's as big as my computer. Could you do it with vertebrates? Because they've all got individual elements. It'd have to be on one bone. A colourless shell? You have to infer where it belongs in the tree. Okay, that could get a bit difficult. Even, like, the sorting of the fossils is enjoyable. Wait, have I got the colours wrong? Where's that one go? Have I got the colour? Yeah, I've got the colours wrong. Got the colours wrong. It's fine. Right. No, I've still got the colours wrong. What a train wreck. Oh, I just completely yeeted that off at the table. I have dropped many a fossil. Right, so this one to that one is just the addition of one line. Boom. This one to that one is the loss of a zigzag. And this one to that one is the acquisition of a dash line. Easy peasy. And I think this is going to go there because all that is an increase in size. That one gains a wiggly line. That one's finished. That one's extinct. I can see what I'm doing. I'm going based on overall shape first and then changing as necessary. Okay, so that one's lost a line, so it's kind of gone through a whole reversal back to the original one. This one's decreased in size. That one's lost the line, so it's pretty much the same as that one. And that one lost the line as well. Lovely. Paul, you've arrived, mate. You're a bit late. Look at all this fun that you've missed out on. We're half an hour in. You're gonna have to make it up with some excellent comments. He who has been summoned. He has. I'm surprised at you, Paul. I thought you would have been here straight away. Right, I'm gonna keep this. Podvebra. That is a terrible name. Whoever's naming these. Oh, I can sell them. Or recycle them. How do you recycle a fossil? Oh well, I'm keeping it anyway. My house is just filled with fossils. They're just absolutely everywhere. I'm just trying to think of what fossils I've got immediately available. Some boring ones. Anyway. Sorry, was eating your pizza. I had my pizza before I streamed. You should have thought about that. What did you have on your pizza? I just had a margarita. Right, Professor Mulps. Back. She responded quickly. Glad to hear you're in. I'm focusing on rare Cambrian shells for the next newsletter. I would like to read that. Could you please send me a fossil of a star times 1+ shell? That means a shell with one or more rare traits, in case you forgot. Hover your mouse over a fossil to see its traits, or click it and press edit. Drag a photo here to reply. Where do I get my photos from? Space at any time to take a picture. Photos appear at the top of the screen. You can download screenshots by clicking the photo. Is this downloading it to my actual computer? Yes, it is. Now you can all see the details of my computer. Okay, but how do I send it to the professor? I do actually feel like a really, really old man who doesn't know how to send emails and stuff. I'm gonna have to call like my grandchild. How do I put the picture on the email? Hey, sending you this, assuming you will not read it because you're on the way to the airport already and your cab was delayed, I'm guessing. In case you forgot, we are meeting today at MSP. Is that Manchester Science Park, where I used to work? And from there to Fort Lauderdale, and from there to the Caribbean aboard the good ship Princess Pat. It's cruise time. We're waiting for you, waiting at the gate for you, Barry. So I've forgotten Barry's holiday. That's awkward. Because I've just been sat sorting fossils. It happens. Hey. Let's sort more shells out. Unless I'm rich enough to buy something awesome. Buy a big crate. Oh, I want some of these things. A genome map. This is interesting that there's all of this extra stuff. Yeah, I want to buy a crate. I'm going to put it here. Okay, good. Got a crate. Thanks, that's perfect. Please accept the gift of cold hard cash I've somehow managed to attach to this email. If you're interested in helping, we need a photo of 2 1+ shells of the same colour. Oh, thank you very much. Where am I getting all of... Oh, right, okay, so we're working on there now. Right. Oh, I like those. That is fancy. Right, can see all my apertures. So that's a change in aperture shape. This one is... That's a change in size. No, it's not. It's just the loss of a straight line. Okay. And then that's the end of that lineage. Unlucky. Added a couple of wiggles. Added a line. Added another wiggly line. And then I guess everything has to come out of this now. But it'd be good to see what kinds of things that we can add. So we can add some extra spikes. Something like that would be useful for... You would think that it's for deterring predators, but something like that on shells can also be to increase the resistance to abrasion. So if it's getting bashed around in an environment, it could, instead of it having all of its like shell where it lives take the impact, it has these spikes on it and they get worn off instead of the actual shell itself. So it could be an erosion thing. This one is ridgy, change of aperture, and up, and change of aperture. There we go. Okay, what's the fossil bonus? Okie dokie. So we need some 1+ with of the same colours. So that's a 1+, that's a 1+. I'm going to have to find a new... Let me zoom out, please. Going to have to find a new 1+ that's blue. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Lots of shells. What is that? A missing link? A fossil is missing. Luckily, you know what colour it will be. You have to find out where the missing link belongs in the tree. Oh, that makes it hard. This game is very well thought out. Is that blue? Yeah. Or is that... Apart from I can't tell the colours, seemingly. It's kind of got like a red hue to it. Which is interesting. Anywho. So that one to that one, we've lost the line. That one to that one, we've gained the line. Okay, so this I'm going to keep in the middle. My cat's just having a sneezing fit. You're okay, Izzy? I'm surprised my cats haven't actually joined us yet. I'm sure they'll be getting their faces in this stream sooner rather than later. Is that the same size? That's a size increase. So anyway, That's complete reversal. So now we're looking for 2 changes. Okay, so that could have come from there, in which case we've lost the lines and also changed the size of the aperture. Otherwise, we could have changed the size of the shape of the aperture, lost the lines. No, there's too many steps that way. So it's got to come that way. Did it come straight from there? No, because that would be 2 steps. So that's got to go there. And this one, we have just changed the shape of the aperture. And then that one, shape of the aperture. This one, we've gained a line. And that one, we have gained some stars. And that's how we science. I'm very happy right now. And we'll take... Oh, wait. Teal and red. Teal and red, teal and red. I did think it had a red hue. Okay, so they're not the same pictures. Same colours for me to send pictures. And I thought it was going to be easy. Right, I'm just going to put it in my pocket whilst I go and buy some more shelves. I'm watching with my ducks nearby. What? With your ducks? And they just started yelling at me for no reason. All right, in relation to my cats, I was just like, okay, I get you. That's awesome that you got ducks. Wish I had ducks. Do you get like Oh wait. Maybe I could send pictures of those. Do you get eggs from your ducks? Duck eggs. Or what other kinds of eggs would you get? Oh, I didn't reply to this. Oh, I've not got 2 yet. Anyway, you've got to be kidding me. You're telling me that I'm here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Is that FL? Fort Lauderdale FL Airport, sweating through my damn Hawaiian, and you're still home. What? Well, there's no way for you to board the Princess Pat. You do know that seats on the Princess Pat are limited, and that Barbara and I use one of your lifetime cruise pass tickets on you. What the hell? Why? Oh dear. Got in contact with Professor Mulp. My partner and I run the e-newsletter Modern Home and Fossil. I'd buy that. Looking for a fossilid photographer. Am I just going to be doing loads of jobs? Better reply to that one. Photographing fossils. I'd do it. It sounds fun. Like, I want to do this. How do I create a new email? Oh well. Can't figure it out. They used to lay eggs, but they only lay one every once in a while now. We used to have chickens that laid eggs for us every day, and then they stopped laying. I think they went through the henopause. I'm just waiting for the reaction to that pun. We're not starting the stream again until someone tells me that that is the greatest pun that's ever been done in context live on a stream. I'm quite proud of that. I got mail. That is the greatest pun ever. Thank you. Thank you so much. I make myself laugh. We're a cut above the rest when it comes to e-newsletters, contemporary well-designed homes. Before we begin, would you send us a zoomed out picture of your workshop? Okie dokie. No, where's the... Oh, it's space, isn't it? It's kind of a fun interface, this. Yeah, there you go. Right, let's just get more fossils. This is what we're here for. Oh, let's sort this out. Shells up here. Right, green, red, 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 purple or blue. I can see why it'd be a problem for someone like Jake who is colorblind. Well, obviously those are all related. So let's keep on working with the assumption that the ribbed ones are going to stay ribbed, and that's just the change of aperture. And then losing ribs and aperture change is 2 steps in one, which is too many. But loss of ribs can be 1 step. It could also come through that one as well, couldn't it? So, if it went from that one to that one, all we'd need to do is increase height and lose the ribs. So it could do. Or it loses the... Yeah, it just goes through that process. But then that would assume that those two are the same. Unless it lost the ribs on that one. Yeah, so it could go through there, but we'll assume it didn't. And then in this one, it is just loss of the ribs and change of an aperture. Right. So that one, change of the aperture. This one is loss of ribs and change of aperture. That's 1 too many. That one is a change of color. This one is a real increase of the trochosphere. That is huge. And that one is a reduction in size. No! Oh yeah, because it's reduced and changed. It's over here. Get out. Almost. And then we need a tealy fossil. Okay. And then we need to take pictures of those two. Picture. Picture. Back. Oh, you can only do one? So we have to stick them next to each other? Is that good enough? Kindly as possible, but your garage is either modern or neither modern nor contemporary. It lacks flair. You have some sweet fossils though. I've attached a computer program that will add some more items to your shop. Please download it and flare up your home. Be very enriching. Can you send us a picture of a fossil on a pedestal? I don't have a pedestal for my fossils. Maybe I'm missing out. Shop. So where are doodads then? Okay. Yes, I do want to buy a pedestal. Spacebar. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. Fossils. You skip the voyage of a lifetime for fossils. I would love to see my replies to these, but I like that you don't. And then more fossils. I feel really sorry for the people who've just joined the stream that didn't hear my world famous chicken joke. If you want to know it, comment below. Right. Oh, a colourless missing link. It could belong anywhere in the puzzle. Ugh. Well, that's going to make things difficult. Is that green or is that teal? Oh, that one's green. I see. It needs more changes in colour. Bigger changes. This is interesting. Okay, so from this one to that one, changing the shape of the aperture. Easy. And that one to that one, we've got a loss of the thick line. Easy. Okay, this one to that one. We've lost the wiggles and we've changed the shape of the aperture. It can't be there. This one would have lost the wiggle, gained a stripe, and changed the shape in an aperture. It can't be that either. So I think that there's going to have to be some sort of missing link between those. And then this one. Again, the aperture's the same, but the patterns are completely different. Different bits have been added. So what would be the ancestor? Have I got these colours right? Yeah. Oh, and those are two end members anyway, so it would have to be. So that one has got probably a square aperture because it's more parsimonious. So square aperture, square aperture, aperture, square aperture, rather than this being some different one that's then had a reversal. Unless it went triangular and then reversed, that's too many steps. It makes more sense that it just went triangular on this transition there. Have I watched JW3? Jurassic World 3? No. I've not watched any of the Jurassic World films. They seem just... I just don't like the... I did a recent podcast about Jurassic Park. The Jurassic Park cast, in which I complained for an hour about Jurassic Park and how I don't like it and how I think that it has been damaging to paleontology on the whole, with the caveat that it also brings a lot of benefits. I personally don't like it as a paleontologist and a science communicator. I think it's been really quite damaging, and also it's a monsterification of something that I really do like. So no, I've not watched it. Is it as bad as all the others? So that one's lost its stripe. That one's gained ridges. That one has shrunk. And that one has gone a bit red. It's interesting that they chose like a color change as a character rather than something morphological. So if it was real paleontology, like, you wouldn't necessarily get that color change preserved, and if you did, you probably wouldn't rely on it as much as you would something like an actual change in shape or form. So interesting though. Should I be selling a lot of these? And making money that way? Because I've just ended up with a garage filled with gastropods. What beautiful shells! Did you know you can rename your fossils by clicking edit? A lot of my readers like to do that. Heck, I named the fossil after myself. I called it Sandy's snail. The students went crazy for it. Can you send me a picture of a fossil you've renamed? Okie dokie. Oh, that's from the professor. Right, let's edit. What are we going to call this one? Rename. So what do we know about it? It's ornate, planar spiral, cubic aperture, rectangular aperture. So let's call it Marshall. This is going to be about me. Just trying to think now of what some of my fossils that I look at are called. Marshalloides. No, that'd be afterwards. Marshallides, Planispira. There we go, that's nice. And we'll send that to the professor. Oh, I never replied to that. Oops. I forgot the holiday and I even forgot to respond to their email. I love Jurassic Park, but the inaccuracies are painful. They are so painful. And it is annoying because how it makes people only like dinosaurs because of how monstrous they are in the movies. It really does have a problem with showing paleontology as just being about dinosaurs, nothing else, which is such a shame because, you know, it's the whole history of life on the planet. You know, everything that's alive today has, you know, you can trace back to that last universal common ancestor. And so, yeah, anything alive today, like from the tiniest little weevil to jellyfishes to some sort of fungus that's growing on something, you know, everything should have equal focus. And yet you have just vertebrate paleontology just like dominating the science. It's such a shame. And I think Jurassic Park not only perpetuates that, but reinforces it. It's just like fossils, just dinosaurs. Like, and separating the two is something that really needs to happen. And that's kind of what, you know, we wanted to do with the Paleocast gaming network as well, you know, because every single computer game has not necessarily directly an influence, but it exists in this entertainment world. Paleontology is entertainment. It's Jurassic Park is inescapable to a lay audience. Everyone that plays a paleontological computer game has probably already seen Jurassic Park. And so, yeah, when that, you're not starting from zero. You're dealing with an audience that is familiar with Jurassic Park, so you've got to try and emulate a bit of that, and you end up with things perpetuating the spitting Dilophosaurus. Ugh. So, anyway. And that pulls through in documentaries as well. You know, like writing documentaries, I am still wrestling against the influence of Jurassic Park, and it's so strange being the ones that dictate the narrative of what the public is going to see. Like, what kinds of stories do we want to show the public that will be the closest approximation to the paleontological sciences? The closest they're ever going to get, potentially, is by watching some, you know, kind of Attenborough-esque documentary. And if we're making them and it's just still perpetuating this Jurassic Park kind of entertainment over science, then it's a problem. And who do you point the blame to? Do you say, Jurassic Park, this is all your fault? Probably not, because it's done so much for the popularity of paleo. But then, you know, we're just stuck in that world, and it's so hard to escape the influence of Jurassic Park, for better or worse. So, anyway, I really enjoyed the new movie, but I watched Jurassic Park for the lore and the genetics, and not solely the dinosaurs or story, so I might not be the best to judge. The books are better, almost perfect. I've never read the books either. Honestly, no dinosaur would make my list of favourite prehistoric animals. It wouldn't make mine either. I do like them, like something like Psittacosaurus is really amazing, some of the details that we get, but then I look further back in the fossil record at something like a mollusk or something like a sea scorpion in my case, and, you know, people lose their mind because you've got integument on a dinosaur. Like, you can see that it's got feathers or something like that. And I've got sea scorpion exoskeletons that are still filled with the sensory hairs. And it's just like, come on. Like, we can tell everything, like, so much more about their ecology. I can tell you how a sea scorpion could feel or taste, and where on its body it could feel and taste and sense and see, and how it could see, what it could see. And could you imagine if you found, like, a dinosaur's eyeball? It'd be crazy. Because vertebrates are just very squishy. They don't preserve well. Anyway, same top 5 at least, top 10. The Jurassic Park Lego game is also really good. 10 out of 10. I looked at that for today. I was just like, should I buy Jurassic World Lego? And I was just like, it would be fun. It's kind of the vibe that I'm going for today. Just an easy day. But I had this game already bought, so I was just like, I probably don't need to buy a whole new one for this, but definitely it's something that we're going to play, I expect. Anyway, I've been chatting for ages. Chatting away. Okay, Pedestal really brings out the colour in your fossil. Our upcoming issue of Modern Home and Fossil will be titled Home Museum Aesthetic. We want to highlight design choices that beautify. I'd like to see some examples of colour use in your furniture. Please send a picture of a desk that's been painted a new colour. Okay, so I've got to buy a paintbrush. Oh, I can't afford the paintbrush. Right, I've got to go and sell some fossils. This one might be tricky. I'm looking for a picture of 4 matching colour fossils on the same piece of furniture. Think you can handle that? Yes, I'm almost there with the teal ones, but I will accept your gift. So that's blue, blue, blue. So if we get these... Wait. Then I only need 1 blue fossil. Okay, let's do it. Oh, and I need to reply to... Oh, no, I don't. Fossils. Who's sending me all these fossils all the time? Oh, that is gorgeous. I don't. Where does that go? There? Has this music just kicked in, or have I just not been paying enough attention? I feel like I haven't really heard it. Anywho, this one's got a bit red. And presumably... Is that one bigger? Yes. That one's the same size, so there's two changes. Well, there's no change there, so we can assume there's been potentially a reversal to go back. To take it from there to there would be a change in the aperture, that's 1. Change in the spines, that's 2. Change in the size is 3. So I'm going to go that. Oh, and that one's extinct. So there we go. That one is just the change in the aperture. That one is a change in size. Tracker spiral's gone huge. So then we have a reduction in size, change of aperture, reduction in size, change of aperture. Okay, so that one is a small one with a triangular aperture. Knew I was good at this. Who doubted me? Game suggestion, Thrive. I've never heard of Thrive. Is that a paleo one? It's like Spore, but more scientific. Whoa, this sounds good. At the moment, only the microbe stats exist, but it's great if you want to talk about the beginning of life and how early life changed the planet. Oh, wow. Why don't I know about this? That sounds right up my street. Oh, I want to keep this one. Teal and purple with spines. But I also want to send the... Okay, we don't see many of these, so I'm just going to have that. And it can live there. And we just go again. Like to apologise for the tone of my last email. I'm now lying flat on my back in a deck chair? On a deck chair, where I'm watching Barbara swim laps. She's still got it. I'm filled with calm. I'm just confused given our memorable conversation at your retirement party, where you said you have seen into the abyss and never wanted to see another rock in your life. No. Surely not. Actually, though, I could do without seeing microfossils again, I think. Right. So these could go anywhere. There's quite a lot of them. That's going to be interesting. Right, this to that, we've lost the heart. This to that, we've lost the spines, and that's extinct. This to that, we changed the aperture. So then, are there any with double hearts? No. Although that one could have got squares instead of a line of hearts. And that one, that's changed the aperture shape as well, so it's not there. this one to that one has changed the shape of the aperture. There's no other triangle ones. I like this one. This has started coiling the wrong direction. So most gastropods and fossils and microfossils all will coil the same direction. I can't remember if it's sinistral or dextral. Oh, why can't I remember that? But God, I hope no one from work watches this. But they all coil in the same direction, and it's very rare that you find something that's coiled the opposite way. So yeah, very rare. Very cool when you find it. If anyone owns one of those fossils, I'd love to see that. But equally, we've reversed the coiling direction and changed the aperture shape, I think. Unless it's a triangle. No, it's a triangle as well. So I think that one just comes from there. Okay, extinct. Good. That one to that one. Nothing's really changed, has it? Have the same aperture. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe we're going to have to think about this one. Because maybe that doesn't come on this line. In which case, which line does it come on? It could come on any, really. Keep that to the side for now. But then that's extinct and that's extinct. So that's the size increase. And that's the acquisition of a stripy line. That one's extinct. Goodbye. And this one just appears to be exactly the same as that one. What is going on? It could come in at the bottom. Oh, this is sending me under. Where does it go? Because it is the same as that. I'm not going mad, am I? Like, even the JPEG's exactly the same. I'll leave it there for the time being. So that one's just lost the spines. That one's lost the hearts. And this one is the same as that. It's just the lower trochospire. So where does that one fit in? Because it looks complete to me. Okay. I mean, the tree's complete. Where's it go in? Could it come in there and just... No. Could it come in there? No, surely not. I am actually stuck. What changed? Oh, is it slightly red at the bottom or something? That is the subtlest... Did anyone spot that? That is the subtlest change of colour on the bottom. Oh, I'm not having that. And if anyone's already said that in the comments, they're getting kicked out. Oliver Lugg has a great video about the game and how it was developed if you want to inform yourself about the game. Paul, have you been watching other channels? €4. Okay, that sounds good. Thrive. I'm going to have to remember that. Okay, blue. Vertical pattern left, they're calling it. So sinistral. stick it on my shelf. Take a picture. And we'll send it to the prof. This one. Still got to paint with 20 quid. So we got enough for that now. Oh, we didn't reply to that. Have a good time on your holiday. Edit. Oh, I do not like many of these. Oh, there we go. That's nice. There we go. And then what else did they want? Just the desk. It doesn't need any fossils on it. Try another photo. Oh, I've just painted it. Please send the picture of a desk that's been painted a new colour. So it's got to be all a new colour, right? Edit black as well. There you go. Right, the professor. I think this is shaping up to be the best rockhounds.online. The last picture ought to really knock it out of the park. Please send me a picture of 10 or more fossils. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so it's got to be like... What am I doing? I've lost control of my mouse. It's just going all over the place. Shelf display case. Is that a display case? So we got 14. Let's get another one. Gonna have some lovely... So they can stay there. They'll eventually go on one there. Yeah, it's all coming together. But I want to change my desk back because I liked how it looked before. More fossils. Right, what's chat saying? Nobody's saying anything. Someone say something. Otherwise I'll look really unpopular. What's the best fossil anyone's ever found? And if you've not found a fossil, what would be the fossil you would most like to find in the world? Oh, this one's interesting. Oh, I've got it coming together already. Is that about right? So, this one to that one, we have... Oh, because it could... I think it's got to start with that one. Okay, let's look at it another way. So if that one's at the bottom, size change, that's too many changes to go to that one. but it could... No, too many to go to that one as well. We could have 2 at the bottom as well. In fact, that isn't the same, is it? So we might have to have something else there. Which is the one closest to that? Whoa, there isn't one. It looks like it's just changed, but then it's the spacing in there as well. So that can't go there. But then there's not a white one that is just one step away from that, is there? So it's got to curl the wrong way and increase in height. It's got to add lines, curl the wrong way, increase in height. It's got to turn the wrong way, increase in height, and add lines. Do we not count the change in direction? Because whatever way we look at it, it's got to be 2 steps away minimum. Unless they've like got the colours wrong. Oh, this one's going to go wrong, isn't it, people? What are we doing? I found some sponge from the Ordovician. Oh, lovely. Whereabouts? Probably really small, though. I haven't found too many fossils, but one of my favourites is a large rock with a fossilised Ordovician reef. Oh, you're cheering me up with all this Ordovician chat. With a lot of brachiopods, horn corals, and the cephalopod. Oh, lovely. So when I was in the Arctic in Canada, I found the cephalopod. It was about that big. It was huge. And I carried it around, and we were completely limited to the amount of fossils that we could take back. So we could only take back a certain weight, and we knew that whatever fossils we saw just lying around up there, they were just going to erode away. So we were walking over all of these Silurian reefs, and they were just beautiful. They were like kind of brain corals, like just that big. You just pick them up, and they were absolutely perfect, and you couldn't do anything but leave them. Anyway, I found a huge orthoconic nautiloidy cephalopod, just a real slowly tapering, long, straight shell, and it was just like a walking stick. Well, it was only that big, but I carried it around with me for a bit, and then just had to leave it at the side. Tough luck. I wish I had that still. That was awesome. Anyway, there to there. Or maybe there to there. And like tracing between these two as well. Those are related. That's... What do you mean no? Why can't... That's just an increase in the height of the spire. Why isn't that valid? Why can't I select that? Is it because that's there? This one is a conundrum. So those are related. Those are related. That's an increase in size. But all of that can be inverted. So that could be at the bottom. And it would still work out. No, it wouldn't. Anyway, welcome to the stream if you're new here, where I'm a professional paleontologist confusing myself. So that's 2 steps to get to there. We've got a shrinking of the size and then... But what happens between these two? If indeed it does go there. That's an increase in size. That's shrinking and... Maybe that could be more like that. Where you've got a decrease in size and then the appearance of those lines. I just don't think I can include this in a lineage until it's like actually correct. Guessing that's what all the noise is for. This is really perplexing. I'm enjoying this quite a lot, actually. Because that's equally that as well. Right, who knows how to fix this? Because I am struggling now. I've got the right colours, haven't I? So that's the same. Has that got a slight greeny yellow tint to it? It looks like they all have anyway, so... So which one does that evolve from? There isn't one. It would have to come from that. And that, out of these three, could be either that one or that one. It's not that one. Oh, come on. So what's the problem there? There's no problem. Oh, it's a size and a trochospire. Okay. And that's not an end one either. So something there either has to be bigger or smaller, a higher trochospire or smaller, or a change of aperture. And in this, that one fits that bill. So then we need a large... Damn, this is ramped up. This has got really hard. Why is it called fossil hunting and not fossil gathering? Gathering, I guess, implies that you kind of come across things luckily, that there's no processing extraction. I guess it's... Does it really matter? Fossil hunting sounds cooler than fossil gathering. Fossil collecting? Is that any difference to fossil gathering? I don't know. Right, anyway. So the only difference between those two is the spacing of those. So that's kind of like an end member with wide spacing. This is more akin to these ones. So maybe it could sit in there. And then that is a lineage based on increase in spire, addition of thick line, widely spaced or longer lines, and then change to shorter lines. But that equally could just be a change in the shape of the size of the spire. That could change between there and there. This one. Let's figure out this one. Because if we chain, no other ones are coiling left. So it would have to come from... It'd have to evolve from one with a right coil. So it has to be identical to this at the bottom. Apart from the coiling direction, that can be the only change. And that fossil doesn't exist. The closest to it is that one. But then you've got the change in pattern as well. Because every white fossil has more than one change. So that can't be related to anything. Right, I'm just going to create my tree as best as I can, and then I'm going to see about getting a hint, because I am stuck. It's all about like constructing this narrative as well. So from here to there, it's about the stripes. So that's too many to go from there to there. So there to there, we increase the spire. So that feels like a good story. Here to there, we've got short lines. Then we increase the size of the spire. Then we change the positioning of the lines. Have I got... Okay, so that's blue and not purple. Oh. Okay, who in the chat saw that was blue and not purple? So my tree's upside down. This is like the process of science. You just realise, oh, I've done something super stupid. So there to there. And then that would be... That ain't right, because it's a loss. No, wait, none of this is right. That's too big of a change. So that would be there. Finally got one. Oh, Dave. I hope the dev watches this at some point and understands what he's done to me. That's definitely a mix of blue and purple. Yes, it's not just me. I mean, there is like a colorblind mode in this, I think Jake was using. Oh, come on! That's not right? That completely makes sense. Lose the lines, increase inspire. Is that an increase in size as well? Maybe that doesn't go there then. Increase in size. Then reduction in size. No. So acquisition of lines. And then what would come after that? That isn't finishing off the puzzle. So it can't be that one because that's lines and spire. Can't be that one because it's size and lines. So I don't think that goes there. If it's that one, and it's size change, that's not pinging to show that it's complete. That's not pinging to show that it's complete either. That's not complete. That's not complete. Okay. It's just kind of like a mix and match now, because everything seems to... Let's figure it out with these three. So if it went to that one, couldn't go to that because it's double. Couldn't go to that because it's double again. If it went to that one, well, presumably the same is true. It'd have to be double to there, and that one to that one. It'd have to be 2 changes, and again 2 changes. So I can't see any way in which we can do that if we assume that there's something in the middle, which I'm guessing is the only way. Here to there, we reduce the size. Because there's only one difference between that and this one. And one difference and one difference. So... Well, what's the difference between these two? Oh, get out. Is it a colour difference? Oh. Right, someone call the dev up, because that was impossible that was actually impossible to do, because the difference is that there was a loss of colour. That's the difference that I couldn't tell. Maybe that's one for the future, because it's the only one that you can't actually see. Because this unknown one had lost the brown bottom to the fossil, and then when it got to these three, they were all greyed out because they could have gone anywhere, so we couldn't actually see what it looked like. This one was apparently pyritized as well, which is only sparkly afterwards. It's impossible to do. But anyway, I have a purple pyritized shell, and I'm just gonna have it. Oh, that's so frustrating. Anyway, let's get some emails from the professor. See. So we need 10 or more pictures. Look, I don't know what to say about any of that stuff. I try not to think about it as a rule. Life's confusing enough already without wondering about all that stuff. Barbara and I swam with pigs today. The Princess Pat docked and we all went down into town where there was a beach where you could swim with pigs. I always thought they were dirty animals, but these pigs weren't dirty. Or I guess they really were dirty and some of them seemed diseased. What? Or I guess really they were dirty and also some of them seemed diseased, but I didn't expect them to see them swim for fun. One of the pigs was very attached to me, I think. I gave him a carrot and he followed me around like a dog. That sounds really nice. I want to make friends with a pig. Whoa, nice colours. Very sorry for the change in tone. Vivian is also sick and I'm taking over her emails, and I'm not as good at emails as her, though I do try my best. I have Vivian's notes on what we need next. She says, can you add some decor? We need a photo with a sign or plant. I hope you don't have any clarifying questions to ask because I don't know the answers. I don't know why we need a sign or a plant. Do we need only one, not both? I don't know. I am flying blind here. Oh, poor person. Poor Renee. So what do we want? Do we want a sign or do we want a plant? Can we do anything with the sign? Okay. I bought a sign. Have it in a paleocast kind of purple. And then we need more shelving for our wonderful display. Buy for 12. Right, we need to sell some fossils. And read our emails. The leaves are falling and so are our prices. Based on your browsing history, our baroque and unknowable algorithm recommends friendship. Even you can have a friend. Oh. Trace fossils, small shelly fossils, and the Precambrian-Cambrian boundary proceedings. Wow, that sounds awesome. And I'm just like, did I actually go to that meeting? There was one in Newfoundland, Canada that I got invited to. Which was the International Commission on Precambrian-Cambrian Boundary. That'd be awesome if they'd seen that. And more warts. Lovely. So 10 pictures and one with a sign. So I've got a sign. And so... Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could do it. But I want it to be pretty. I'll do one more box. Is anyone thinking about getting this now after just watching this? I'm having a real hard time with the shades of these fossils. I don't think it's as easy as it needs to be. Okay, so this is a pretty easy narrative. So we've reduced the number of squares, included a blue bottom, and then went back to double squares. Okie dokie. So here we've lost the ribs, then increased the size of the trochospire, then changed the pattern. Here we have changed the aperture shape, added in spines, and that's extinct. That's all sorted. Reduced size, and that's extinct, so that's sorted. Reduce size there. And that one presumably comes... Wait. Well, that could go there. Well, that could go there. Oh, is this going to be colour again? So, there's just a reduction in size. Or is it a reduction in size from that one? And it's... It's like, which is the odd colour out when you're looking in black and white? I've had this game in my library since last Christmas. Never played it for some reason. It's really fun and a little bit frustrating. But I'm having a good time. I'm killing it, and so am I think. We are doing this even though Vivian is not here to send the emails. We both deserve pats on the backs. Pat it up. I'm going off script. This commission is not in the notes, but damn, I want to see. Please send me a picture of the sweetest fossil you have. Sweetest? How am I supposed to be able to define sweet? Well, I'm glad you're doing fossil stuff again. It was weird that you weren't. Hard to imagine you without fossils. What would you even talk about? Yeah, ask my family. If you want to send me pictures of your collection, I'd like to see. Barbara just looked over my shoulder and said she also wants to see. Yes, I do have pictures of the pigs, but I can't send them. I don't know how. I'll just show you them when I get back in town. Okay, so I need a picture of all my fossils. Okay. That's going Bon Voyage. We need 10 fossils, and then the sweetest fossil. Probably that one. And then my pyrotized one. I think this is shaping up to be the best. Oh, we've already done that one. Oh, that's on the to-do list. Sorry. And for that, we need 10 fossils. So let's see if I can buy a new shelf yet. Big shelf. Oh, this is gonna look good. Red and teal, red and teal. That's just teal. That's just teal. Teal and purple. Brown and teal. So that can be my... Stash that. I'll get another shelf. Oh yeah, there we go. This is the dream. And then we just need a couple more boxes of fossils. Oop, unpack. Well, these are very round ones. God, some of them look absolutely familiar from the rigs. Right, well, probably should start at the top. It's a change in size. That is the introduction of ridges. That's a change in aperture. Oh, that can go either way. And it doesn't all have to go through that anyway. Okay, maybe let's work this way. So to get from that to one of those, it has to reduce in size. And then change in aperture. Well, that just adds that. And it's extinct, so there we go. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So that to that. Is that the same? That's the same. So that could be any one-step change and it reverses. So such as a change in aperture. And then that's the addition of a line, loss of a line. So then we got these two, which are a change in aperture. And then this one is a loss of dots. Oh, that was easier. Oh, what colour shells were we looking for? I think it might be a purple one. I'll get purple. So we'll get a purple one. Oh, that's purple. I can go on with purple shelf. Blue shelf is done. Teal and red. Teal and purple. Teal, teal, teal. Brown and teal. So that's my teal and teal. So we start a new colour. Have a green, no, red shelf. I would like the different organisms now, please. Right, so that's lost wiggles. That's reduced trochospire and height. Increased size. Have I got these colours right? That is the first question I have to ask every time now. That's got to be right, hasn't it? This is going to be one of those that just goes super wrong. How do I get from that to that? I can't. It's got to come from that. Oh well, that's sorted. Then I've got a massive one. Well, that can't, because that's two changes: increase in size, change of aperture. A decrease in size, increase of trochospire, change of aperture. That one to there would be a loss of straight line and a change of aperture. So this to there would be a loss of the line and a change in aperture. Oh, well, they can't both go to there, can they? So that's got to... What? That's got to go there. Okay, it doesn't have to go through anything else. It could all just pop out of that. Which would be a change... Oh, I'm struggling. No, it's not that. Are these colours right again? Because those they can't go anywhere. Alright, well that figured that out. So why isn't that one? Oh, it is now. It just was linked to the wrong bit. Okay. Okay. So that's there. Okay, that's extinct. We'll stick it over there. Oh, so they've all got to come out of that. We got there in the end. Have we already got blue? Oh, we have already got a blue shelf. Oh, well. We shall get rid of this huge one. I mean, I think that's good enough for the email, isn't it? I'm not going to play this for too much longer because my brain is going to melt. I'll just get some emails sent. Really nice. I don't know much about fossils, but I'm sure you've got a very impressive bunch if I know you. Tonight was the last conga, as they say. The ship's turned around and headed back. It was good to talk about this kind of stuff. I'll come by after we get settled back in, Barry. I feel sorry that I kind of ruined the hotel. Oh, where's this? Hope you're doing good. We've missed you around here, that's for sure. From what I hear, you're not exactly having the most restful retirement, eh? Not surprising to me, at least. You're a fossil person through and through. Anyways, I wanted to reach out. Everyone in the department just got invites to this online community called Fossil Finders. I'm sure that must be a thing, like in the real world. Fossil Finders. It sounds really familiar. I figured if you deserved an invite, I figured you deserved an invite. So if you want, you can be my +1. Let me know, Anna. Okay, Anna. Attach the GIF Fossil Finders. It's an app. Okay, that's interesting. I want to go on the app. Level 1, you've completed 0. Do 5 to unlock the next level. Find 4 different blue fossils. Yeah, got that. Mineralized trilobite. Stubby little guy, curly antenna, and large. That sounds good. Anyway. Pictures of 10 or more fossils. Okay, there you go. Happy to know that I'm feeling better. I must admit the fossil you sent isn't. Must admit the fossil you sent is pretty sweet, isn't it? We have one last picture we need for this issue of Modern Home and Fossils. To launch, it's a bit challenging though. Please send us a picture of 3 plus or 3-star fossils. We've got 1. Got 2. Oh, come on. Right, I'm going to do that. Do this last challenge, see if I can get it together. And then hopefully send those. Right, last one. Let's make it happen. Oh, hang on. Wonderful, and that's all. This issue is complete. I was thinking the best way to thank you. Are you interested in collecting more types of fossils? If you want to access the department's backlog, we could always use more hands on deck. Thanks again for your help. My readers are going to love this. Speaking, could you also subscribe to Rockhounds Online? Honestly, there aren't really many readers yet. Yeah, of course I could. Oh, sea lilies or trilobites? It's going to have to be trilobites, isn't it? Of course. Uncontested kings of the seafloor. What beautiful picture of trilobites. Couldn't have drawn better myself. You can now unlock new types of fossils by doing puzzles. Check the fossils app to see how many more you need to do. Fossils, trilobites. Oh, here we go, everyone. This is where it's at. Trilobites, they evolve the same way as shells. Did they? 1 trait change per generation. Are we looking at the colours on them? Blue, brown. Well, this should be pretty straightforward. Oh, God, no. What? No, why are we doing this? Okay, so something like size, reduction in size is a dodgy character because it could be ontogenetic. It's growing. You know, if it was a gastropod and they grow, the adult looks the same as the juvenile, it's just adds more on and it's the same, then it could be, you know, an ontogenetic difference. You're looking at an adult and a juvenile, not 2 different species. But then equally with trilobites, the number of segments is also ontogenetic as well. Ugh. So if you wrote about either of these in the scientific literature and said, oh, well, I identified these species based on these characters, it would probably get thrown out. So then to this one, it looks like we've got an increase in the size of the glabella, which is the brain, stomach, heart region of the animal. So in some they have expanded glabellas, and that's to do with like what their feeding ecology is. So some that are more predatory, I think, would have a expanded glabella or something. So that's interesting. It's nice. Click. Then this one again is we've got an expanded glabella, and then here we have lost it. So that's the same as the one that it's just come from. Here we've expanded the size of the head relative to the body. And we got these genal spines. And here we have drastically cut down on the number of segments. You've done 15 of 29 to unlock a new fossil type. You know, this one. A trilobite with eye stalks. Well, didn't they all have eye stalks? Oh, I need to get some new shelving now. Oh, I can't help but do trilobites. I thought it was going to go, but no, I'm just looking at pretend trilobites. Some trilobites are killed up when they died, poor guys. Sad for them and sad for you. Their killing makes it hard to see their traits. Nice, you can rotate the curved trilobites to see it better. Nice, but note curling is not a genetic trait. Whether or not a trilobite curls is random, depending on how spooked the little guys were when they died. True. You might see two things change between related trilobites: a genetic trait change plus curling or uncurling complicated. Well, if you discount the curling, it's not that hard to figure out, is it? Or maybe I'm just an expert in trilobites. Well, it looks like it's going to be an incredibly simple puzzle anyway. So size increase and also size increase. And then decrease, reduction in segments, and it's hard to see size. This is where something like size is difficult. I do think it is smaller based on the size of the heads. Reduction in size. And I am gonna have this one. Semi Circumaria. It's a terrible name. What was I supposed to be doing? Three plus star fossils. iNate9, I'm emailing you this. I am wanting to remind you that you said you would pay me and my friend Stephen to clean out the junk of your garage, and if I did that, you would give me some money. So if you're waiting your IT, if you are wanting your it cleaned, please do it, because we need money for some things. Oh, nice. I can look out the window. So what's this? Pile of stuff. You thought that painting was profound when you made it. C'est la vie. Spelled wrong. Oh dear. What's over here? Pile of rubbish. Great, I hope you like it. I thought it was pretty cool. If you don't mind me asking, what was going on at your retirement party? You seemed pretty off. $50. I'm not too far away. We'll explore the genome map next time. My friend is named Steven, not Steven. I was confused. Yours, Nate. Okie dokie. So I'm going to do one last one, and hopefully I will get a 3-star fossil. Then we can go in 2 hours. That's flown by. Right, who's got any questions or stuff before we go? I love trilobites, still haven't found my own yet. Oh, you've not found a trilobite? That is a really nice thing to find. If you're in the UK, I can tell you where to go. I will take you fossil hunting. Should I be saying that to people on the internet? I would love to go fossil hunting looking for trilobites. My trilobite knowledge mostly comes from the Walking with Dinosaur special Sea Monsters with Nigel Marvin. He's stuck. Well, he threw a Eurypterid. I still can't get over that scene. Right, what's going on here? These are a lot of different characters. This isn't an easy one to figure out. I mean, I know it wants me to do that to that and that to that, but there's more than one character change going on there. This one's got a big glabella and it's increasing the size of the genal spines. How is that not 2 characters? This one as well has decreased the spacing between the edge of the head and the start of the body. The body is tapering the wrong way for some reason. So those are 2 separate characters. And the size of the spines. Or maybe it's just the... Yeah. I like that off in just being that it's a constriction of the body towards the head. And then there's a reversal. And then this one is the production of a glabella. How is that not 2 characters? Look at the spines at the back. That's 1. And then this is 2. But anyway. And then... So that's getting narrower just behind the head than the tail. So I think that's come off that lineage. And then, again, you've lost the glabella, but got the genal spine. So maybe that's... We should just view that as a change in the shape of the head. Then this one, changing the shape of the head. So that's that one. This one is just a change to a tapering body. And this one is a change in the tapering direction of the body. Come on, give me a 3-star. Oh. Like that chunky one. A red trilobite with tiny. That was good. A good description. I'm going to keep my trilobites there. Alright, I'll do one more. One more. Oh, email. Wow, sorry, I'm a little surprised. That is like a record-breakingly long email. Or should I say novel? Just kidding. Good on you for being in touch with your feelings. I had you pegged as an all fossils all the time type of person. Go figure. Regarding your problem, I definitely can't answer those kinds of questions. The best I can say is that for me, it helps to remind myself that I'm pushing the boundaries of science forwards, even by a little bit, you know. Like maybe 100 years from now, understanding how ancient ecosystems fit together will help another scientist to fight climate change. At least that's what I tell myself. I like the little progression towards, you know, like a fuller understanding of paleontology. I think that for me is worth it in itself. I don't know if there's like a way in which my science will help fight climate change, but it doesn't necessarily matter to me. It's just like an incremental steps towards, it's finding out stuff that's never been found out before. That is really interesting to me. Can I suggest something? You should tell Lay about this. Lay. I think he'd really like to hear from you. Yeah, reply. And then that's those fossils. Okie dokie. Box of trilobites. Last one. And then I'm going to bed. I wish I did have a box of trilobites to sort. Okay, so those. So that's constricted at the... How's that different to the one below? The head's the same? It's narrower. The body looks the same. Are they the same size? How is that different? Spines, eyes are the same. What am I missing? So it's biggest right before the pygidium, which is this little tail piece. So that's the head, body, and pygidium. Did actually a pretty bad job of showing the 3 lobes. So you have like a left lobe, which runs there, a central one, which runs through the middle, and then a right one. Yeah, it's a shame that those aren't very obvious. Anyway, that one got bigger. That one lost its spines. This one got a glabella and changed the shape of its head. So that's just a head change rather than head and body change. And that one just got huge. So we don't need to worry about that. Oh, that one got an extra segment. I see now. 1, 2, 3. And that one's only got 2. Oh, Dave. That one got an extra segment. That's a change in the shape of the head. And that one is the expansion of the segment immediately after the head. And Gatsby the cat is here to tell me that I've streamed too long and that I need to go and feed him. And none of these are 3-star fossils. So I'll take that. So I will leave it there for tonight. I hope you have enjoyed this game. I hope this has been a nice chilled out Friday for all of us. And so, yeah, if you want more, let us know. Get your tail off the microphone. No one's interested in you. Get out. If you want more, let us know. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll probably do this another night soon. Take it from here. Everyone remember where we're at. Oh, I got an email. Hang on, let me read that. No, that's just the one. Oh, I'm glad. Happy you read it. Sure, that make you happy. It was good to talk. Let's get dinner next time you're in the cities. Oh, eh? And we've got a date as well. So we'll leave it there. Thanks for joining us, and I will see you all. I won't forget Thrive. Let me read all these comments. Biggest thing stopping me from fossil hunting more is that I don't live near many areas where I can. Some of the coolest ones are 2 to 3 hours away, and sadly don't have enough time for that. I would drive 3 hours to go fossil hunting. The same is true here, but I find that it's worth it, but hopefully moving somewhere a lot closer to fossils in the future. I usually miss streams, but I'm very happy I could make it to this one. I'm happy you could make it too, and I'm happy everyone did. And if you've caught up with all this, glad to have you along as well. Leave the comments below, and I will answer them all as well. And I will see you all in the future, and hopefully I can remember how to